Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you some of my VS Code extensions. So my first one is Live Server. It has 52 million downloads and it's got 4.5 star rating, so it's pretty good. And it's just a way to host static sites very easily. You can literally just click a button, this button right here that says go live, and it'll make it live and it'll just like take you to another page. Number 2, Prettier. Prettier is very commonly used. Like, I think pretty much every coder has and used or still uses Prettier. And it's just a way to style your code, keep it neat, keep it clean. I wonder if there's any... There's no examples, but just imagine Prettier as an automatic robot that cleans your desk as you're working and keeps it nice and clean. So yeah, that's pretty much what it does. The next one I'd say is any icon theme, because icons are pretty dead in VS Code. Like, they don't have any life to them. Like, as you can see in this little GIF video, they don't have any life. But once you hit an extension, they do start to pop, and you can tell them apart pretty easily, pretty quickly. The next one is probably Live Share. Live Share is definitely very good, especially if you're doing a lot of peer programming or programming with other people, your team that's in a different part of the country, especially if you're working remote or something like that. Yeah, you can just live share to people. It's pretty simple to start using. This isn't a tutorial video, but you invite people whoever you want, and you guys code on the same code base, so same file essentially, and edit the same file. And you can see them with their icon and name. Next one would be JavaScript and React snippets. They're actually quite nice. The JavaScript essentially, I don't use the JavaScript all too much. I definitely use the console methods a lot, like CLG down here. It's just an easy way to write console log. CER as well, console error. But I think VS Code has started to implement something like this anyway, so you kind of don't need to really use it all too much. But I still use it to this day. I still find it useful. Same with the React snippets. It's also similar. It doesn't show here, but one I do like to use a lot is one called RFCE. And you pretty much just type it in when you make a new component or a new page if you're using Next. And it stands for React Function Component Export. And it'll just create a React Function Component Export underneath with the same name as the file name. And it'll already export it and have the import of React. So when you use state, use effect, or anything like that, it'll already just get imported into that. The next one is called Code Spell Checker. Code Spell Checker is not a must, but for me it's definitely a must because sometimes I spell things wrong when I'm trying to type fast. It will hover with a blue squiggly line underneath the word, as you can see down here. Maybe not blue. Blue for me with my theme, with my code theme. But you can just hover over it and then it will say quick fix, and then you can click whichever one you think it is. Well, whichever one you want it to be. Next one is a must, Tailwind CSS IntelliSense. Especially if you're using Tailwind, you definitely want to use this since you are able to see and click tab and enter on them. You're able to see different Tailwind styles whilst you run the code. Sometimes when you write Tailwind, I think most of the time if you don't have this downloaded, it won't actually show you what you're doing. It will only just like put it on the screen. Like, it won't bring this pop-up that you can see down here where it says BG Red. So yeah, it's definitely good. And also when you hover over top of it, over top of the classes, you can see what the class is actually doing. So that's also pretty cool. The next one is Thunder Client. It's a REST API client for VS Code. So you can do get, delete, post, patch requests straight from VS Code. I have it down here. It's got patch notes. Say you want to do a new request. Yeah, just do post and all that, and you can just type where you want the request from in there. The next extension that I definitely think is good, if you're using Prisma, Prisma's become quite popular recently with as a database. This is just a way to style it, I think. It's a formatting, syntax highlighting, yeah, and also like an emit pop-up thing of what you're actually typing. Similar to Tailwind, how Tailwind doesn't do it on regular VS Code. Prisma doesn't do the same thing because it's still new. So yeah, definitely download that if you're using Prisma. If you are a blockchain developer, Me, I want to be a blockchain developer. I'm learning it at the moment. Solidity is definitely a good extension to download, since Solidity language doesn't have its own, I guess, like color base or like its own definition. Yeah, it doesn't have like colors when you first start typing Solidity, and there is no pop-ups for Solidity yet, which is kind of annoying. But it's also good because it makes you learn it a lot quicker and makes you feel like you're writing and achieving a lot more yourself. And yeah, so that was just a quick video on the extensions that I use and that I think people should use. So thank you guys for watching, and see you later.